The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm
Hop in
renting
the
a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Like a crazy
Which is
person.
another good reason
The
for me
camera
to
angles
drive.
are so fucking
need to learn
nuts
my way
in this
around
game. I feel like it was made in the movies.
Oh, man. Very well.
You
I'll
knave!
ride with you.
Nice invisible
wanna keep
cape
an eye on
action, by the way,
Fair
George. Fair enough, tuxedo mask.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited. That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
Hi!
I thought
Are
you
you
were
two
waving.
fighting?
We'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
And Queen Barrel's gonna attack in 30 minutes. Ooh, we get a choice of cars, Andy. What are we taking?
Ooh.
Let's take this.
Did I say vid games?
Holy shit! Insta Poncho technology! He's like fucking Raiden! Does he kind of remind you of someone in his little poncho and his checkered suit?
О, yes! Руки моей железной боятся как огня. И в общем бесполезно скрываться от меня. Проворт, не макати, вынос, левее вала. А нюх, как у собаки, а глаз, как у орла.
This is a timed mission.
Oh shit!
We've only got 11 hours.
My hoopty.
But we also have to eat, I think.
Yeah, I was checking the special edition stuff.
Agent Morgan, get us there quickly, but drive within the speed limit. Just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can drive.
That's precisely what it means.
George, what are you, his mother?
Spoilers!
We just need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack.
That's a DNA test, not an autopsy result.
Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Sure, sounds good.
I think Maury would be a lot more entertaining if they did autopsy results. Congratulations, you are not the father of this dead kid.
Oh, I thought you said Morrissey.
Hey, it's me, Morrissey, formerly of the Smiths. Congratulations, you're not the father. I'm gonna go cry. Oh, a clue. We heard that classic a clue sound.
Are you sure that was a clue and not just talk?
Agent Morgan, I can't help noticing you prefer to work alone.
Most of the time, yes.
Don't you get lonely, flying all over the country alone?
I must say I've never felt lonely.
Are you married?
Unfortunately, relationships and I are fleeting strangers. I don't get on very well with women. You might
Give
be
Thomas a
surprised to
ring
hear.
then.
That's because you're young. You notice things like that at my age. You have to treat women carefully, like a thin crystal wine glass. If you don't, they can cut scars on your face.
What?
Just like yours, right?
George, is this an interrogation? I see you're a seasoned professional. But let's not talk about my scar. It was caused by a problematic woman.
On
Ooh, she got you
Tumblr.
Good. Terribly good.
It'll fade away, and nobody will notice it in a week.
A week? It's not that light of a wound.
No, I plan to be dead in a week.
So, Emily, tell me, is there really a need for a full-time sheriff in a small town like this?
I'm sure it is small to your city eyes, but any gathering of people leads to all kinds of problems. Fights, runaways, stray pets.
Juggalos.
You're too fixated on violent crimes. Our job is to guide the people along the correct path. First and
I don't know where I'm
foremost,
going.
That's what I consider to be my duty as the sheriff of Greenvale.
I think probably the red lines, the
monarch
red
in all
arrows.
his glory. Kind of makes me glad that I wasn't born here.
Did you say something, Agent Morgan?
No, nothing, George.
I found the soccer field.
I was just reflecting on a little history.
Well, we're in the middle of
do
a
some
homicide
Rocket League.
investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
Okay, which right now is driving.
You should be thinking about fucking breakfast.
Oh, okay, cool. There is a way to... Totally forgot.
Vid games.
I changed the button layout to make it less infuriating. Does it say auto? Oh no, get out of the car.
Wait, do you have to get to that fork and knife? Or can it get food elsewhere?
I think I can get food elsewhere. I think I can get it from vending machines.
Is that even what it's talking about?
But I will die of diabetes.
That's why they call it diabetes.
I mean me, Chris Vaughn. Like, I'm predicting that I will die of diabetes.
More like cryobetes.
No! That was how I cry. Ay, ay, ay. This is how I cry. Okay, let's look at the map. Oh, cool. I can just...
You're on MapleStory. Shouldn't streets keep one name instead of being like 5 or 6 different names?
Yeah, what the hell? I'm on the January way, and I'm headed towards the Pillar of Autumn. Is that a giant dead lizard? Hold on. I have to investigate this. No, it's just a log. Never mind. From afar, it looked like a big lizard in that dude's backyard. Oh my god, Andy, I finally realized what you're talking about. Yeah, it says vid games.
Are you fucking serious? You just now saw that.
Middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
He's right, Agent York. You still don't know your way around. Concentrate on driving us to the hospital.
But I want to have an inane conversation about movies and or my love life. I don't necessarily get along with women. That's because you're young. That was my polite way of saying I'm a homosexual. That's because you're young. Here in America, we think that homosexuality is a choice. Here's a summer camp I think you should attend. We're getting close, Andy. We just gotta drop these 2 people off at the Pizza Hut.
I'm at the hospital. I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and hospital.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, whatever. Yeah! Greenville General Hospital. We promise that we're not inside of a snow globe.
That's a pretty big hospital. I guess they wanted to be ready for town-wide food poisoning?
No, it's another leftover from the town's prosperous slumber days. Hard to imagine now, though, isn't it?
My mother always talked about how energetic this town used to be. Almost like a gold rush, she used to say.
We used to call it the tree rush before we realized there were other trees across the nation.
The faster it cools. And so now there's hardly anyone left to use this place.
It pains me to watch my hometown lose so many citizens. Beyond your understanding, I'm sure.
Fuck you.
Yes, I'm sorry to say that it is.
Indeed. And that's why this case is our problem. There really isn't any need for you to get too involved.
What was that?
I don't know. Hey, I can't believe I work with this douchebag smirk.
Maybe they should make a director's cut of this game.
Hello,
This is the
Sheriff.
director's cut.
No, I mean like a director's cut of this. They need another pass at it.
Oh, hey, it's Freckly Fiona. She's part of my OTP.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha.
Happy Halloween,
Know where it
Xbox.
is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? In a hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our
That's
employees
Dr.
share a
FBI agent to
computer.
you.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Oh man, she thinks she's so
Besides,
funny.
that's
I do. I
This
wear
is the
Ode
biggest
to
rumor in
Pig.
town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
You haven't
Liar's
heard of this
House.
yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S.
Which is
A
weird,
small
'cause we're
traditional
American.
North
Why would you say
American town
that?
Close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime. The murder of a local girl.
Named
And that
Laura
incident
Palmer.
causes grief and sadness to everyone in town.
And a terrible second season.
Seditious, heinous, evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the situation right now.
And there's owls,
Fiona,
Project Blue
don't say
Book.
that.
Sorry, I
Someone gets turned into
that.
furniture.
With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain, and it's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
So, could they not afford to film a fake soap opera and have it play in the background? Is that why we just have a book that we talk about in one scene?
I mean, just look at that awful TV in the background.
Where? Oh, my goodness.
See, it's flickering. They don't want to show that to the audience. They have to have a book.
You didn't ask who the other part of my OTP with Freckly Fiona was.
Is it Shrek?
No. It's me, motherfucker. It's me.
Ugh.
Though I am very Shrek-like.
Oh, boy. Chris is gonna get a lot more creepy women hitting on him now.
Sometimes dead is better. You know, the Indians, they discovered this game at EB Games bargain bin. They took it back. Disc went sour. Haha, yeah. I get a bonus every time I check the weather.
I wish I got $48 every time I check the weather.
When you're a jet all the way. Hey, how's it going? I'm an FBI man. Don't you notice my smell? Okay. Well, maybe you shouldn't even let me check it then if it's no relation to the case.
What if that lady was the murderer?
What if she wrote that book? If it's just... Oh, you mean the lady who was no relation to the case. I thought you meant Fiona.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check her information.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean games better
There's a
than
message
this
on the
one.
computer, and a card key already set in place.
Was the doctor
The king
in West Side
passes
Story?
the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
Also,
What
was
does
the
that all
doctor on a
mean?
human highway?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
No. Oh, real quick. Is the doctor technically the father-in-law of David Cross? Okay, king passes the rook and meets the bishop. Knight takes a pawn to a queen. So, king passes the rook to meet the bishop.
So would that be the king's right in front of the pawn?
So it would be the rook would be first because the king passed him to meet the bishop, right?
Wait, what?
Like the king passes rook and meets
Yeah.
bishop. So the rook would be first because the king had already passed him to meet the bishop.
Oh, wait, the king. Oh, shit.
The king passes the rook. So he passed the rook, which means
Yeah.
he's beyond the rook to meet the bishop. And we're doing this blind, by the way. Knight takes a pawn to the queen. So it's knight, pawn, queen. Fuck you, game!
Now I'm just imagining that scene in The Thing where he pours his alcohol.
Zach, something is still missing. We
The
need more
computer.
clues.
Why don't we just look on the fucking wall and just put it in the exact order? Knight, pawn, rook, bishop, queen.
Knight, pawn, rook, bishop, queen? Okay.
I love you can just turn it off. Oh, really?
Fuck you. Let's just do it in the order it says. King, rook, bishop.
What?
But that doesn't make sense.
That's not a riddle.
If the king, that's just the order it says. If the king passes the rook, that means that the rook is behind the king.
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games.
Confound
You
it!
to call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple.
That's not a riddle.
That's
Then
just
it's time
directions.
to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Oh, we're gonna meet Swery.
Nah.
So Andy, I have a problem. I always get Suda51 and Swery confused. Which one is the talentless hack? And which one is the guy who I find insufferable?
Both of them?
Oh, okay. Who made Fire Pro?
I think there's like, I think one of the things that's really confusing about it is I want to say there's a bar in this game called like Squarey 59 or something.
I'm still fucking furious about that chess puzzle. I mean, I guess it's so simple that it's like in your like
It's so simple. It's like, why even put it in the game?
but it's so simple it tricks you. But still, that's the lazy man's puzzle.
It's so simple that it makes you think it could never possibly be the right answer.
It's so simple and clean is the way that I'm feeling tonight.
It's like, remember in that episode of Adventure Time when Princess Bubblegum is too smart to solve the problem?
No.
Oh, it was like one of the first episodes. The Bubblegum guard guys say, solve this question or die, and it's 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay, there's the stairs down.
You solved the riddle, Chris.
The doctor waits below with the deceased.
You solved it.
The doctor went home early for the day. What could that mean?
Oh, it's the dead room. This room is dead. Oh, I didn't bring my saw. We can't get the safe deposit boxes.
Damn it, Andy, you had one mission. I brought ECM jammers. And Jamalami. Doctor, I solved your bullshit riddles. To open the door, which is clearly locked, just make the sound of a cooing cock.
What?
To open a door which is clearly jammed, use an appendage that's called a hand.
I thought he was going to say ham.
And here's our Dr. Jacoby stand-in.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
Oh my god. It is Usher.
That's just Usher.
Merry Christmas, Xbox.
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Andy, we might be racist.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Look at
Usher
his hair,
Johnson,
though.
the doctor in this hospital.
His
FBI
name is
Special Agent
Usher,
Francis
Chris.
York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
I'm gonna call you
Let's
Agent
just say
Dork.
I've dealt with corpses
I'm gonna
before.
call you Agent Soft Hands.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle
Why are you
the
looking
task.
at me?
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
No, it wasn't,
Glad you
game.
liked it.
Oh, I get it. This is baby's first Twin Peaks.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
Why does everyone hate me suddenly?
Why does he assume that everyone's gonna get the reference he's making that he made up when he was alone?
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place.
I better murder this person.
Note
Nah,
that there are
too
two
early.
exterior wounds.
Going back to
Pressure marks
bed.
around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand.
Not only did you murder this person, you murdered her during the specific time we agreed no murders would take place. What a heinous crime.
Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck.
And then I thought
After further
vampires.
investigation, I now have a different conclusion.
She's not really dead.
The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
She was murdered to death.
Which means
Vampires.
She was
A
cut
vampire
while she was still alive.
drank all the blood.
Was his mouth not moving?
Yes, a sharp knife was used.
Or an extra sharp
It was
spoon.
inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
Is that from your new single? I mean, it's not really poppy, but I mean, if you're going in like a darker direction,
The perpetrator cut out.
I do know Morrissey.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her.
The killer killed her. Well, now we know who did it.
Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women.
Unless we find a man
Probably
who's also
cannot
cut up like
converse with
this.
them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that, or a truly hardcore sadist.
I'm so lonely. My only friends are the tongues I cut out of my victims.
He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. A case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job.
Whoa, a bit touchy there.
Should Usher be the main character?
You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
I don't fucking know.
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
what more do you hope to find?
Evidence?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
That's not it. That's definitely not the corpse.
Usha, Please refrain from making any assumptions about the case and stick to your job as a doctor. Unless you do it piss poor, you idiot. You're the #1 suspect. Where were you last night? What movie were you watching? Who directed it? What year did it come out? George? George is missing. He's the murderer. Nope, George is right here.
That's crazy. You said that movie came out in 1982 when it came out in 1981. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Booker. What? She got the year of that movie's release wrong.
Quickly, name me 3 other films John Landis directed. He nodded as if he agreed with our sentence.
Yes, I am quite young.
Uh-oh, that means stare at her for a long amount. Right at the yabos, right at the goods. Yeah.
She's got 3 stars.
Yeah, a frumpy policewoman. Looks like a large, what do you think, Andy?
Looks like an upside down banana peel.
I was gonna say maybe a clam or a pecan.
Oh, brilliant detective work.
Look at those piggies. Oh, yeah. Check out the feet on this corpse. Mr. Tarantino, I'm ready for my close-up.
That's not the stump, that's a can of pickles.
We found a can of pickles inside her body.
From her lack of resistance,
I think it was that stork.
I'd say that Anna's injuries
You know, the
happened
one from the
very
pickles?
quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining.
2 hours, 15 minutes with commercial breaks.
At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining. But you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere.
And all those memories were lost like tears in the rain. Quick, what movie's that from?
The woods.
Booker.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Asha, are you a passionate man?
Did you kiss this corpse?
Not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
I've written quite a few love songs.
I'm very passionate. Yes. Especially when it comes to women.
Uh-oh, check out Johnny 23 over here.
George, the perpetrator, is just like you. He's passionate about women.
Gotta love what you do, man.
He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
When he was watching Godfather 2. The Fredo sequence.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
Wait a minute, I take off this wig. This is John Cazale's corpse.
You know, if he's so good at this and so much better than Asha, why didn't he, like, put on gloves or wash his hands or anything?
Oh, he doesn't care, because he's the murderer.
Jackpot, Zach.
Jackpot, Jack.
Old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
No one said that you did, bro.
That's command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
Quick, give me the dossiers on every man on Earth.
Only the ones with passion in their hearts, though.
Starting with Gene Simmons.
What was it that look?
So you're the murderer, York? Is that what you're... Oh, okay.
There you go.
Then I'm assuming command.
I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay.
Maybe pick up the seeds, though.
I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here.
Oh, real quick, Ursher,
Bishop
do you
takes
have the
queen.
rhymes that make the booty go clap?
His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
That makes no sense. He just said a bunch of chess terms.
My god, he knows how to play chess. I'm terrified.
Oh my god, he must be from the Legacy of Kain game.
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
White? Did they misspell white?